Monday, everybody. How are you, lovely people? In today's video that has been requested, we are going to curl our hair using a wand. Now, a lot of people have trouble using a wand. You know, it's just not natural. We're used to a curling iron, or back in the day, we hot rolled our hair. A wand is just not a natural thing for some of us. So it took me a while, and actually the only reason I got into using a wand is because my curling iron, like my $10 Revlon curling iron, blew up. So the only thing I had on hand was a wand that I used to use on the girls' hair, because it's easier to wand somebody else's hair than your own. But today I'm going to show you how. So I've washed my hair, and that's it. It's air dried. It's not blowed out or anything like that. I don't blow dry my hair ever. So I'm just going to get it parted. I am a little Rudy. I've got an appointment coming up. You might hear the vacuum going, because Kinley finished school yesterday, her school year, so she is getting caught up on her chore, which is vacuuming. That's the only chore she has. Comment down below and let me know if your kids have chores, because for Pete's sake, you'd think I was asking her to do something way worse than just vacuuming. Granted, this house is big, it's got a lot of carpet. But first of all, you just want to brush your hair out really good. Have some sort of heat protectant in it. I've got this Olaplex bonding glue in it. It protects your hair up to 450, which brings up a good point. Do not put your wand or straightener or whatever you're doing to your hair on the high setting. I used to straighten my hair at 500. I had a straightener that went to 500. Stupid, okay? Do not. The sweet spot I have found on my wand is 370. It's digital. This Launch wand. I'm obsessed with this one. It's titanium. Ceramic wands are good for fine hair or thinner hair that really holds a curl well. Titanium is good for thicker, coarse hair that won't hold a curl as well. So this is the LaSync, I believe is what it's called. It's got different barrel sizes. Today I've got the biggest barrel on it just because that's what Ches already had on here, so I just kept it. It's got a bubble one that comes with it, a lot of different things. An inverted one, which goes from little to big. It's really cool. But this is just your, probably, I guess it's a 2-inch barrel. Any barrel will do. It's the technique we're looking for, not the particular curl and curl size. So I don't section my hair off. You can. I don't. It's just I've got too much hair for that. So I just take like my little front piece like that. Take your wand, wrap it around. I hold about that much off of it. I know there's a big glare from my window. I hold about that much off of the heat. I don't let the end really touch it. Then this is key. Hold in the curl for a minute and then dropping it, and look at that. And by holding that little part out and not letting that wrap around the wand, kind of gives a more beachy look if that's what you're going for. Now if you want a formal look, you can definitely wrap the whole strand around it. But I just grab another section. Make sure it's brushed out. You don't want to curl over any knots. Do the same thing again. Now I hold the wand. It's hard to get situated in here, okay? I hold the wand straight like this, like horizontally, and wrap the hair like that most of the time. So I hold it horizontally, just wrap the hair like that. I find that it holds the curl a little bit better, a little bit longer. Like I'll get, like tomorrow my hair will still be curled and it will still be totally presentable. I just won't brush all the curl out. I just now noticed I don't have my ring light on, but I don't guess I need it because of all that natural light coming in. And then just drop it. Let me show you the difference. between these curls, which I've wrapped pretty flat on the barrel. What I mean by that is I've held the hair flat like that. Let me show you this. This is something I've been watching on some videos. So if you just, apparently it's not natural to me, but apparently it's a natural motion to just have your hair kind of wadded up like a rope around the barrel. It's not really natural motion for me. It's natural to flatten it out and put it on there. Let me show you the difference. So again, you're holding that end out. You don't really want it, because you don't really want it touching the barrel, because you know your ends are always crispier than the rest of your hair. So hold it, hold it, hold it. And that just has a little bit of a different look. See how that's a little looser? This is a little bouncier, looks a little bit more spiral. So it just depends on what look you want to go for. Now I'm gonna just grab an under piece. So the hair that I've already curled, kind of throw to the front. Not a professional way. This is for the real woman, okay? Not for the Instagram woman. I wish I was like a little cute Instagram model. Most of the stuff I put on Instagram is like funny stuff, like in the moment stuff, or of my dogs. Like I don't want to say I never, but I rarely like pose for an Instagram picture, as far as find the perfect lighting, find the background, find that perfect Insta opportunity. I just don't do. I mean, seems like it's stressful to me, to be honest with you. It just seems stressful to me. Like, I would feel like that was my full-time job, and I guess for some people it is. You've noticed on some of these I've went up and down. That's fine. It's just my preferred method is often to do it horizontally. It doesn't matter. However it's comfortable for you. I find that the curl does last a little bit better, like it's a little bit bouncier if I go horizontal, but I went vertical, so we're just going to keep it vertical. Kind of hold it there. Another product that you can get pretty cheap at Walgreens or Walmart is some sea salt spray. I like the brand Not Your Mother's, and it's affordable, but any sea salt spray will do, I am sure. When you drop it, just grab it again. Wrap that sucker again. Sea salt spray is really good to put in after you've curled and then go in with a hairspray. Sea salt spray just kind of adds that texture and grip. Some people put it in before they curl, like at this stage. Either way is fine. Just really grab that one good. Really make sure your hair is dry though, because if you put sea salt spray in wet hair, it's going to be punchy. That ain't cute. Okay. So I'm just kind of taking sections, some smaller, like probably half of that one. Throw that on back. Just wrap this little section. But really just play with it. See how large you want your sections to be. See the difference it makes in your hair to take really small sections. Now I wouldn't take itty bitty sections because it'll fry up your hair. But it's just kind of like a personal preference thing. And you'll find your groove. So here's my hair with literally nothing done to it. I had it in a braid yesterday. So it's a little crazy. And then with the one. So I really, really love it. I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this, and I'll see you when the rest of my hair is done. Okay, I lied. Something I didn't mention is what direction you go in. So on this side of my hair, I'm going to wrap it backwards. Both sides you're going to wrap backwards. I think that especially looks good in the front. So that's what I'm doing today. So what I mean by that is if I'm on this side, I'm gonna wrap backwards. On this side, I'm switching hands and I'm gonna wrap backwards. You can wrap every other curl, you can do every other way. That looks a little bit more natural. If you see somebody with curly hair, their hair is not all going in the same direction. Their hair is not all curled backwards. So every other strand, sometimes, I just really grab that one randomly. Every other strand, you might come forward. But for today, since I already did all of these back, I'm going to take all of these backwards. Another thing I didn't talk about was how long you hold it. So really, you just kind of wing it. Or, I wouldn't hold it there forever, for sure. Or it'll be like that viral YouTube video where the girl is like holding her hair on the wand and pulls the wand away and there goes her hair with it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe 10 seconds is how long I do it. I was trying to actually time it and see. Basically at this point, basically at this point, I just kind of naturally do it. Something else, if you don't want to go like straight horizontal, it often gives a really pretty look if you take vertical pieces. What I mean by that is like grab your piece downward like that. So you've got different layers of the hair all in the same curl. This especially works well if you take it horizontally and wrap it around. It just kind of looks a little special. So when you're finished. So at this point, I don't think I've forgotten anything else. I will see you when it's all finished. Okay, at this point, I am pretty much done. Now what I do is I take my mirror and I check it, my big mirror, I check the back and see if I've missed any spots. And I normally have. So, let's see. Oh, okay. It looks good. Okay. Chocolate shots. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my curling iron off. This one has a safety feature where it cuts off after so long, so if you are running out the door and you're like, oh, did I turn my curling iron off? It will cut off by itself. I'm just trying to get it placed on my counter where it's not spinning around and melting my brush. So at this point, it's product time. So I would spray sea salt spray in my hair, but it's not in here. My husband stole it. He loves hair products, guys, and he watched a video and it said, well, I think I'm going to get this one extra curl. He watched a video and it said for his hairstyle, he needs to start using sea salt spray. So, but now I'm just going to use a hairspray. If you want to go super luxe, Kenra hairspray is the best. Really expensive. So I don't have any right now. But if you know somebody who has their beauty license, they can get it from the supply house for way cheaper. I've got a lady at church who's going to be getting me some soon for way cheaper than what you can buy at Ulta or anything. So I'm just going to grab my TJ Maxx hairspray. It's the Chi Helmet Head. I got it, the clearance sticker says I got it for $8. So I'm just gonna hold it and spray. Hold and spray. I just kind of pick up each little section and then kind of tousle through. Spray again where I feel And if you want to, you can put your eye out with the hairspray. It's really cool. Hold and spray. Oh, this is coming to the end of this bottle. And you know how it kind of spits out at you at the end? That's what it's doing. Okay, take a little on my hands because I don't want to weigh down the top of my hair with a big spritz. Just kind of push down those flyaways with my hand. Once your curls have sat for a couple of minutes and they've cooled, that means they don't feel hot to the touch or warm anymore, then you can start to break them apart. So I like to take my fingers in like that and just kind of rake through it. Do not take a brush to it. I mean, if that's the style you're going for, you definitely can, but if I did that, ridiculous. So just some of these pieces that are kind of stuck together, I just like to pull them apart. Gives it a nice, really beachy look. You watched my video a couple weeks ago. You know I don't want to let go of summer. So I'm going to keep that beachy look all winter long. I love fall smells, I love fall looks, but I'm a summer girl. I love it so much. Okay, now I'm going to give one last layer of hairspray because it's all placed where I want it. And that's it. I really love the way my hair looks when it's curled. Lee, of course, really loves it curled. Most men do. So I'm gonna go throw on my little sweater thing and my earrings and start my day. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you do a look with a wand for your first time, send me a picture. Put it in the comments below or text it to me. And I will see you in our next one. Bye!